Thank you so much for the invitation to speak. And I hope that what I'm going to be sharing with you today is something that gives you another tool in your toolkit, because you're all very clever at what you do. What we need to do is make sure that your clients understand that and are completely convinced. So anything I can do to help you convince your clients, that's where I come in. I sort of sit in the space between understanding the technology and understanding the business, and I act as a translator. And so that's what I'm hoping to do for you here today. So, there we go. One of the things that I find working with people in technology is they get to a certain point in the development and what they're doing, and they really just want to get it over and done with. They sort of, 80% down the track, it's mostly there, and it gets frustrating doing the final bits. What I want to do is help you have 100% satisfied clients, but without having to give them the world. They always want a little bit more. So, who am I and where have I come from? Well, I started out with a clinical background, but I went into health information systems, and my first foray into that was on mainframe, M204, writing queries for analysis of health information. So that's quite a way back now. Then went on from there into a specialised system, became the super user, and went into consulting for what was then a licensed company to Capgemini, CGNZ, and then went into, that was bought out by Hewlett-Packard. They wanted the consulting arm, they wanted the people that would help, seeing as the price of tin was coming down, they wanted to start selling more services. So people like us who were doing business and technology consulting, they wanted us to work with their clients to help grow their business. Now I'm working for the Ministry of Health in New Zealand and in the Information Directorate, and I'm the team lead for the National Immunisation Register. We've just done a really huge upgrade, which was not just the software, but the hardware and the operating system, you name it. It was quite complex. That system works across, we had to work with a range of vendors, from the GP systems, what they're doing at our primary care, health practitioners, when they're entering information that triggers messaging out the back end of it, received into the register, responded to. There's a whole lot of messaging components and all sorts of other things. Anyway, I sit across that, trying to help the technology people understand what the business of immunisation is and how it's supposed to work. So this is to give you these tips, tricks, insights, and what I want you to note is that 100% satisfied customers is not that you have to satisfy all of them to 100%. What we need to do is to work with them to get their understanding so that they're happy with what they do get. And that is the satisfaction. I found this really interesting. That means 2/3 of software projects end up failing to fully meet the needs of their customers or not reaching completion. And the study says that 80% of them occur because of scope creep. Scope creep where the runaway requirements, it says there. What I find most disturbing about this is it's generated this whole industry of project management, PMP, project management professionals, Prince 2, all these standards about how to manage projects better. But the majority of it, from what I have seen coming back out of people who are project managers, is they want to contain the scope and not let anything happen. And yet that can often be at the risk of meeting the client's needs. So focusing on the scope to the detriment of understanding the client's needs, you will end up failing to deliver. So what is the aim of your development work? first of all, you give the clients what they need. You're delivering value to them. You want it to help them be successful. You want yourself to be successful. At the end of the day, we will want to turn a profit. But what is it that the clients really want? You can turn that around and call it delivering benefit to the client. The client wants to know that it will increase productivity, or it will increase their promotion and brand awareness. They want to know that there will be an increase in perceived value. They want to know that there will be some benefit out of this, otherwise why do it? So we want to work with them to deliver the real benefit, not perhaps where they start out thinking what they're going to achieve, but actually once they get it down to this is actually what I really need to see. I need to know that my brand is more visible and people understand what it is I'm offering. There are 3 buzzwords in the business area, and if you can use these buzz phrases and terminologies, then it helps your clients also feel that you are current, that you're satisfying their needs, that you, and these 3 things. Value management. Value management is about doing the right thing at the right time. So what they need to, your clients need, is when they're coming to you for an information project or system, they want to have it focused to deliver to the right need. Value for money, particularly in government and public sector, which I get a lot of, they want to know that they're going to get it at the right price. But it's the right price for the right need. So the greater the need, the prices correlate to that. So you have to sell them on how you're delivering to their need in order to be able to upsell on the price. Benefit realization. This is about making sure that they do get what it is that they think the system is going to deliver. So if it is that increased productivity, can they count that productivity change? When they put their system in, is it changing the time that it takes to do an order? Is it changing the time that it takes to get the order out the door? Having those things defined up front will really help you sell the satisfaction to the client down the back end of the project when you're getting down to the final pieces and they're niggling over the little things. You bring them back to the benefits. What is it we set out to achieve, and how successful have we been in achieving those things? So I think there are 4 key things that I want to share with you that helps this understanding. Understand the client and their business. Not just the piece that they're bringing to you, but how that piece that they're bringing to you to do fits into their whole ethos, what they're trying to deliver. Get them to understand your business and what you need. Sometimes clients don't understand how the technology works or what it can do and do easily and what is more complex to do. Set up a process for prioritization. Even at the very front, when they're putting out their list of what the system needs to do, get a priority set up at that point. And focus on the 4th point, and we'll come back through. I'll talk a bit more about that later.